nigga. What's wrong with you? And you walking around here with salad. Disrespecting, spitting in the womb of your mother. Shameful, nigga. Don't ever come around me with no peckerwood. I might spit in both of y'all's face. Temple of Hathor and Nefertari. Basically, this is the first great temple ever built to a woman in Africa by Ramesses II. Thousands of years before the Taj Mahal. Where was you getting respect like this, black woman? You got to come back to your man, because the cracker ain't gonna build you nothing. He might give you a bridge card. He might give you a job and tell you don't hang around your brother. Give you a payoff so you don't come down here and build on this revolutionary science with your father and your brother and your and all the family that you got. Pay your ass off, and you walk around with some fake Gucci glasses on, a leather damn case, and you walk around and you go downtown to little deli contestants with the peckerwood at lunch, and then look at a brother on the street and turn your nose up in the air. But the nigga, but she that way because nigga you the way you is. See how I come back? She that way because you the way you is. If you straighten up, she'll straighten up. If she straighten up, you'll straighten up. It's a balance. We got to both straighten up. We both wrong. But this shows you, black woman, that we loved you so much that we built massive temples to you. Ain't nothing like this nowhere. The Arab ain't never built nothing for an Arab woman. Shit, she got to live in the back barn somewhere. The cracker woman, she's still fighting for liberation. They got the women liberation movement. Why the hell you gonna join with her? You never had to be liberated until now. Being over here in this cracker system. But this right here is the temple of Heru, Nefertari. And if you go inside, you see magnificent carvings of our queen, Nefertari. I don't want to show you it all. Get your money together and go home. All right. I ask you something. If the Jew goes to the Wailing Wall and he wails and he prays on that wall and cries and reads all type of passages out of the Old Testament, the Torah, and then the Christians go to St. Peter's and they have all these massive ceremonies, and then the Arab go to Mecca and go walk around the Kaaba and do all their ritual. I'm asking you, black man and black woman, what should this temple do for you? You should be here praying, reading on the wall, running Arabs clean into the Red Sea. If they want a goddamn Exodus, we'll give you one. We'll give you a real damn Exodus. And when I send this out, I want my African brothers and sisters to know is when they take them crackers at heads and them Arabs' heads, do not bury them in Africa, because they do not deserve it. Set their ass on fire. Burn their bodies. Don't even put them in the water. Burn their bodies. Put them down in the soil. You see our queens up here. And you see that this was one of the first times that a woman was constructed at the same height as a man. A lot of the times in ancient Egypt, they were small. And I don't believe that it was because they disrespected them. But like I said, when you got to Egypt, they began to lose some of that earlier traditions that was in Nubia. But Ramesses Nefertari was the daughter of the Pharaoh of Nubia. So when he stepped to her, he had to step right, because he was building an alliance with Nubia. So when he came down there, he knew that if he had Nubia on his side, that nothing could stop the Nile Valley. So this was his offering. He said, my brother, king of Nubia, this is how much I love your daughter. And he showed him this temple. He said, now you can take my daughter's hand. Now you can take, you done right, my brother. And they built an alliance. Queen T, what more can be said? Nothing but a sister. She looked like my grandmother. My grandmother Ruth that then passed on my father's side. Reminds me so much of her, with an afro. She was one of the greatest queens of ancient Egypt. This is Akhenaten's mother. I know it hurt her that, you know, her son went off with a peckerwood, Nefertiti. I'm sorry that I had to come like that.
Say that again, please.
Nefertiti. She was from Montana. I can't hold back on the knowledge because I took an oath. Well, what I'll say is she was a foreigner. She was not from the royal bloodline of the Nile Valley. Okay. She was a foreigner. She might have had melanin in her skin, but she was a foreigner. And just like you got some brothers that got melanin in their skin, they're the biggest enemies to Africa. That's right. So they sent her in to see all that was going on. And when her daddy came in, she let him know everything, where everything was. That's what they was doing, a fifth column in the nation. She was the mother queen under 3 pharaohs. Her husband, Amenhotep III, under Akhenaten, and under Tutankhamun. She ruled under all 3 of them rulers. She was the mother queen, the most powerful woman in the land. And she even saved Akhenaten from an earlier death. Because when you mess with the craft of Amun-Ra, that's like messing with the Vatican of today. You gonna close down the craft of Amun-Ra? I know she was sitting over Akhenaten. Nigga, is you crazy? they already got assassins. But the only reason they didn't take his head immediately because of her. Because she had so much power that she had gathered up under her husband, Amenhotep III. And even when he was ailing, in his last days, she stepped up as Secretary of State. They was called, when the rulers across in the other lands was looking for dialogue with Egypt, they knew to automatically go to Queen T. And she also told Tutankhamun, look here, the craft of Amun-Ra, they ain't taking it. They about to kill you. As a matter of fact, he came up missing very early in his life too. He came up missing. So I don't know if we don't know for a fact, but we know that the craft of Amun-Ra came back up under Tutankhamun because his name was Tutankhaten. And then he changed his name to Amen at the end. So she was one of the mightiest rulers of ancient Egypt. Look at her lips. Now, whoever knocked that head off of there had to be an ignorant, low-life, no-good cracker Arab. Look how, I mean, you can see in the lips how beautiful it would have been. I mean, look at the cuts on that stone. Only a master could have carved that. Look at that. You can't cut that nowadays with a laser. And it's another portrayal of that statue. No cracker got no lips like that. At all. Now, this is Ankhesenamon. That's Akhenaten's daughter. And that's Tutankhamun. This is who Tut married. Because he had to marry that royal bloodline. Or he ain't getting on no throne. It's a matrilineal society. We went through the woman. We did not go through the man. You took the name of your mother. Go on Marvy Povich. Look how many niggas get up there and it ain't the dad. You gonna run your bloodline through that? You gonna run your bloodline through that? Do you see any women on there who's the mama? No. We know who's the mama. That's the purest bloodline. And then it ties you to your woman. It's like a lock. If the bloodline goes through the woman, you know you got to respect her. Because you ain't going to get on no throne. You ain't going to get, and they're just like in West Africa, all of those families, you got 200 cousins, 300 aunties, 400 grandmothers. How the hell you going to jump on a woman in a society like that? Man, you'll be getting ass kickings forever.